What's going on, guys? This is Jamie from Heroic Barbell, and once again, before we get into the video, I'd like to thank the Beef Boys for providing me with that brutal track for the intro of this video. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty of this meat prep, I'd like to talk to you guys about something I think is pretty cool, and that's Lord of the Rings. These movies came out many years ago. But like I said in past videos, I recently made a trek down to America, and we had a lot of time flying up in the sky so high on a jet plane where I was able to watch Lord of the Rings about 12 times. Each movie about 3 times. And I have to say, these are some of the best movies I've ever seen. Frodo, Gandalf, Bilbo Baggins on an adventure to Mordor to destroy the One Ring. Will he get to that mountain? I don't know, but I highly recommend that you check out these movies. Also, be sure to check out the animated version that was released sometime in the 70s or 80s. I'm not sure. That's also a very good watch. Hobbit 1, 2, and 3, also very good movies. I don't know why those movies got ignored at the Oscars, because I believe that they were Oscar worthy. Now, let's get into the video. But let me preface this by saying I recently took a trip to the States, and I had one day where I could train. I trained at a place called Iron Vault in New York, and it was a pretty good time. In previous videos, I said maybe I should try to take it easy after I land, because sitting in a position on an airplane for many hours can kind of make you feel like poop the next couple of days. But for some reason, after I got off the plane, was my body sore? Yes. Was I tired? Yes. I think I slept about a good 5 hours, but you know what I did do? I woke up early enough, I think around 5 or 6 in the morning. I made sure to hydrate, number one. Second, I ate a big breakfast. Not too big where I'm too stuffed, but I ate a big breakfast, an omelet, a little bit of pancake, 2 cups of coffee. I was fortified and hydrated to go in. When I got to the gym, I paid my parking. I paid my day pass. I met with another beef boy, and we got to work. And I felt things out. But as soon as I even just squatted the empty bar one time, I knew it was going to be a good day. So let's get into this video. Now, I left this bit in because I want to show you guys how simple and easy it is to adjust a rack without fucking it up like a lot of you fucking guys do. First things first, the pins should always go in. Don't put them on the out, they should be on the inside, all right? That's just the rule on how you do it, okay? Make sure the pins are in. Don't leave 2 fucking pins in one thing. There's a little holding place for them, all right? You put them back where you find them, all right? It's really easy. Did you guys not ever have to clean up your room? Clean up your room. I'll be honest, it took me like 34 years to learn how to clean a room, but once you learn, keep it clean, all right? It's where you live. We're not the animale, all right? We're people. So, oh, look at this. Boy, beef boy here. We normally greet each other a little differently. So like I said, this is the Iron Vault Gym in New York. Great facility. The people were kind too. I was there a couple of years ago. Maybe I was the unkind one. I was able to talk to a couple of the guys there because while this gym is great, it has one critical flaw, which we'll talk about later. But you guys know the drill here with my squat. We're going to start with a red for a couple of reps into hip circle. This gym is equipped with bands. There's a stretching area. They got like 3 bathrooms. They all flush really well. They all are equipped with toilet paper. The weather in New York was beautiful, so all they had to do was open up a couple of windows, and was it still warm? Yeah, but gyms should be warm, you know? The colder you get, the stiffer your body's gonna be. And I wanted to show you guys my belly there, because it's real. Moving on to the two reds. I took a lot of time, and I took a lot of time stretching and warming up, but everything was feeling super good. Not like the best. It definitely still felt like I was on an airplane. But in previous times where I've had to travel internationally on flights longer than, say, 6 or 7 hours, I've always tweaked something in training, but I felt really good going into this training. So, I was lucky. Progression was progressing how I normally do. Red, 2 red, red and a green, red and a blue. I don't remember what my last warm-up here was. I guess 3 reds and a black. 175, I think, was my last warm-up. I remember saying that I was going to try to pull back a little bit, not push too hard, but that felt so good, I figured, what the hell. My original plan was to hit just 160, but things felt so good, I said, let's compromise. Because so much of my advice to younger lifters is to compromise, right? That's life. Life is about compromise. So I want to zoom in a little bit here. I don't like it. A little tighter on this guy right here. So this is the top set of 6 here. You can see I'm protected by the Beef Boy in the back with his Beef Boy shirt. He'll probably print more. If you want a Beef Boy shirt, contact me and I'll figure something out. It'll probably be like 20 bucks or something if you want one. Just pay the cost of the whatever shirt, shipping. He's too close to me and that bothered me. Too close. Anyways, that was my top set and it felt really good. It also felt good to go a little bit heavier on these back-offs. Sometimes on these back-offs, especially after a flight, I'll get like cramps inside of my thighs. But this time I felt 100%, I felt great. Sometimes it just works like that. Some days you feel good, some days you don't feel so good. And with that, I'm gonna say listen to your body and do what your body tells you. Because your body's gonna be giving you little hints here and there. Don't ignore it, unless you're younger. You can ignore that for a while. But I'd say 29 to 32, listen to your body a little bit. Here's my top set of bench. Like I said, I was feeling real good. This might have been a PR. I don't know if I've ever hit 120 for 10. I think it's 10. It could be 8. It could be 9. I don't remember. You guys count and we'll see. But it's like the fastest it's ever felt. It just felt really good. This whole day of training felt good. I will say here at the Iron Vault, all of their bench pads were slippery, just from use. It happens. All gyms, powerlifting gyms, deal with slippery benches. And I will say that the bars, the knurling felt non-existent. Okay, that's not fair, because there are other gyms that are like commercial gyms that really do feel like there's no knurling. There's definitely knurling here, just not as rough as I like it. I'm gonna zoom in here just a second to show you the flaw that this gym is. And I asked some of the guys too. If you look here, look at how much that sinks into the ground. That's too much. Especially for a gym where world-class athletes do train. They need to do something about it. And you can't deadlift off the floor. They said you can't deadlift off it. So I did my best. And to be quite fair, I think this weight moved really well for what it was, even after I squatted to 185. I think 150 is always going to be there. For this competition coming up, I'm not sure about openers yet. This is the last week before I move into strength. And I took a sneak peek at the strength block too. And it looks like everything's moving into 3s or 2s even. I guess we really are creeping up to that competition point. Last set here at the Iron Vault with 220 for a set of 8, which felt very good. Things are feeling really good for this prep. This is probably the best prep has felt so far ever in my history of competition, but I think that's because I'm taking more rest, listening to my body more, taking cues on when to push and when to pull back. Today was good, and this trip here in New York, I was definitely eating more than I needed. I definitely gained some weight, but I was in the States to celebrate. Okay, what was I celebrating? None of your fucking business. But I was eating a bit more, which led to better recovery. And I'll be honest with you, I skipped day 2. For the past 2-3 weeks of training, I've only been training twice a week. I've still been hitting SBD at least twice a week for for all the lifts, squat, bench, dead, at least twice a week. But I have not been doing my upper body accessories. I just don't have time. I was too busy. And I would rather get the recovery needed for the SBD days. Because what does a powerlifter do in competition? Do I bicep curl? No. Do I shoulder press? No. I squat, I bench, and I deadlift. Those are the 3 that we got to do. You get it? So sometimes if you have to pull back, and it's an accessory day. Accessory, potato, that was a callback to Lord of the Rings, one of the greatest movies ever made of the generation, all right, of my generation, okay? Maybe the younger kids like Hunger Games or Harry Potter, the new ones, the Grimgrots, right? I don't know those movies well, but I do know Lord of the Rings. And I recommend that you boys and girls watch those movies. So just like Frodo's on his way to Mordor, to Mount Doom to drop off his ring, so am I on my way to the Busans to compete at whatever this Zero to Hero competition is. So I don't know, I think I lost my train of thought somewhere along there, but that's the video I have for you guys today. Check out Lord of the Rings. It's a wonderful movie, a wonderful tale of hardship and tenacity, determination. There are many, it mirrors powerlifting in a way. Don't give up. Gandalf the White was gray and white. Very good movie. So that's my movie review plus travel review plus workout vlog thing. New microphone. I'm not even sure if it's recording sound or not. This, you know what? Even if it doesn't record, I'm just going to post it. It's what it is. Bye-bye, guys. I'll see you next time.